we were discussing fundamental rights. We have discussed right to freedom, that is right to freedom of religion. We have discussed Article 25 and 26. We'll continue with the same thing, that is freedom of religion, and under Article 27 we are dealing with freedom for taxation, that is freedom for taxation for promotion of a religion. Article 27 again talks about religion, because freedom of religion is from Article 25 to Article 28. These are the 4 articles which talks about right to freedom of religion. Article 27 says no tax should be collected on the name of religion. That is, the state should not levy any tax for the religious purpose, or in other words, it says that the state should not spend general taxes, money occurred from general taxes on any particular religion. So we have 2 things here. One is, on religious basis, the state shall not levy taxes. And second thing is, it should not spend the money on any one particular religion. So taxes అనేది అది ఒక పార్లమెంట్ యొక్క చట్టపరంగా అమలు చేసే ప్రక్రియ. కలెక్షన్ ఆఫ్ ట్యాక్సెస్, మనం పన్ను తీసుకుంటున్నామంటే అది జస్ట్ ఒక మతం మీద బేస్ అవ్వకూడదు. అలాంటివి జనరల్ ఫండ్స్ అనేది మనము ఒక ప్రత్యేక మతం మీద స్పెండ్ చేయకూడదు. సో దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఆర్టికల్ 27 సేస్. బట్ వీ హ్యావ్ సర్టెన్ ఎగ్జంప్షన్స్ హియర్. Not only taxes shouldn't be collected, but the amount can be raised or through fee that particular organization or entity can generate income. That is, they can levy fee or they can charge some fee for the provision of special services to those people who come and visit that place. For example, services to pilgrimage, laying of roads, construction of cottages, or improvement of temple, or charitable purposes like free food, shelter, etc. All these can be done by levying fee or by collection of fee. So no taxes can be levied. This article prohibits levy of taxes, but that particular organization can collect fee from the pilgrimage or from the people who believes in that religion. That is one thing. And these fee which are collected for that purpose should be spent on those purpose which are related to that religion. That fee can also be spent on educational institutions to provide service for the pilgrimage or for the development of that particular religion. I said endowments. Fee can be levied on religious endowments for meeting the regular expenditures. For example, in any Hindu temple, if you visit, there will be charging some fee. They may call as a regular darshan or special darshan, or in terms of offerings in hundi. So the fees that are collected through these things, through these channels, are spent on those purposes, on religious purposes. So here Article 27 prohibits collection of taxes in the name of religion, and also it prohibits the state's expenditure for any particular religion. When I say any particular religion, the state can spend its expenditure on all the religions proportional to their population. So every religion is given equal importance. No religion should be given priority or importance which neglects other religion. So that is the concept of secularism here. The secularism concept, what we follow is, state has no religion, but state has to see all religions equally. State has to give equal importance to all religions. That is a unique concept of secularism. So in Article 27, 2 main things is no taxes for the promotion of any particular religion. It can levy fee, it can collect fee. That is, it can collect for the development of that particular religion. That is Article 27. So moving on to Article 28. This is the fourth important article in right to freedom of religion. So no religious instructions shall be provided in any educational institutions. Important here is religious instructions. So as we know, every religion has its own doctrines. They follow their own rituals. They follow their own faith, unique things. They believe in some doctrines or rituals. So no religious instructions. If we see this no religious instructions, this is a general word. Here we say the state run institutions should not follow any religious instructions. Any institutions, be it school, college, or anything which is wholly run by the state, that is, it is completely funded by the state, and state maintains that religious institution or any other institution. In such institutions, there shall be no religious instructions. Religious instructions, when I say, it may be in the form of prayer, it may be in the form of following certain rules which are religious in nature. For example, ఒక స్కూల్, గవర్నమెంట్ స్కూల్లో మీరు రిలీజియస్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ని ఇంట్రొడ్యూస్ చేయలేరు. ఎందుకంటే అది స్టేట్ రన్ కాబట్టి. ప్రతి ఫండ్ గవర్నమెంట్ నుంచి వెళ్తుంది. టీచర్స్, గవర్నమెంట్ టీచర్స్ ఉంటారు, వారు శాలరీ గవర్నమెంట్ నుంచి తీసుకుంటారు. ల్యాండ్, బిల్డింగ్ అంతా గవర్నమెంట్ ప్రాపర్టీ ఉంటుంది. సో అలాంటి ప్రభుత్వ విద్యాలయాల్లో కానీ, ప్రభుత్వ కళాశాలల్లో కానీ, ప్రభుత్వ యూనివర్సిటీస్లో కానీ రిలీజియస్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ అనేది చేయకూడదు. అయితే ఒక్క మతానికి సంబంధించి ఏ ప్రాక్టీస్ ఫాలో అవ్వకూడదు. ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ దట్ అదర్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్స్ విచ్ ఆర్ రికగ్నైజ్డ్ బై ద స్టేట్ బట్ అడ్మినిస్టర్డ్ అండర్ సమ్ ఎండోమెంట్స్. ఎండోమెంట్స్ అంటే అది రిలీజియస్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ కిందనే వస్తుంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, వెన్ వి సే తిరుమల తిరుపతి దేవస్థానం, అది ఒక ఎండోమెంట్. వాటికి సంబంధించి చాలా స్కూల్స్, కాలేజెస్ రన్ అవుతున్నాయి స్టేట్లో. అలాంటి ఒక ఎండోమెంట్స్లో రిలీజియస్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. దేర్ క్యాన్ బి హ్యావ్ రిలీజియస్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ బికాజ్ that particular institution is built or established for the promotion and progress of particular religion. When we say madarsas, it is a Islamic institution and it is particularly established for the progress and development of Islamic religion. Students come there, they learn Islam, they profess Islam, they propagate, and it is useful for promotion of their religion. So nothing is mentioned that the state should interfere in that. If it is a endowment in nature, that is, if it has a religious backup, so their religious instructions can be followed. And we also have other type of institutions. For example, private school or private colleges recognized by the state government or central government. In those institutions, religious instructions can be followed only on the consent of such student or person. So when we say, when there is partially aided or private school which is recognized by the state, they may follow such religious instructions provided the consent of such person is taken. In case of minors, their guardian should give the consent. So when we say we have a Catholic school, Christianity school, or a Muslim Islamic school, or Hindu bent school, in these schools the consent, because we don't have only students from that particular community, though they are a minority established schools, but people from different communities also be there. So it is not compulsory on anyone that they should follow religious instructions. Before that, if they want to impose on them, that is not good. Look, that is against the law. they have to take the consent of the student or the person to be followed if there is a religious instructions. So that is one thing. So this religious instructions in educational institutions, no person attending any educational institution take part in any religious instructions that may be imparted in such institutions. Here such institutions is purely government institutions, that is funded and aided by the state. We have exception here. If there is a consent of the person, then they can participate. So minors, they cannot give their consent as their age is not legal here. So for minors, their guardian's consent need to be taken. So Article 28 distinguishes between 4 types of educational institutions. As I said, it's a repetition. Wholly aided or funded institutions, that is government colleges or schools or any such place of education where the following of religious instruction is prohibited. Here no religious instructions should be made. In administered by the state but established under endowments, here they can make the instructions, religious instructions to be followed. And in recognized by the states, recognition in sense the state will recognize for any schools or colleges, they will give a recognition number. So in this, in both of this, recognized and receiving a partial aid from the state, in both these cases the religious instructions can only be followed, or the instructions can be given to those students who have no problem with following those religious instructions. No one is compelled to follow those religious instructions in the form of prayers, rituals or any such thing. No one is compelled. These instructions are not mandatory. It is up to that particular person or student to follow them or not to follow them. So that is the importance of your consent. No one will force you to. If anyone is forced, then this article gets violated. You could approach the court. If anyone compels you to follow, or anyone compels a person to follow a religious instructions in any private, that is schools or colleges recognized by the state, other than established under the endowment or trust. So this is an important topic here. When we say religious instructions, we have many problems. We had many cases also in Supreme Court. So this article, that is freedom of religion, has a direct impact on secularism of the nation. We also have few articles which gets affected. That is Article 15 Clause 1. What this article says: no person shall be discriminated only on the basis of religion, race, caste, sex and place of birth. So here discrimination is prohibited. So when we say no person should be discriminated on the basis of religion, this article also gets violated. If on the basis of religion a person is discriminated, then it is unconstitutional. At the same time, we also have Article 16 Clause 2. This article says the state shall not discriminate offering an employment only on the basis of religion. So provision of employment should not be discriminated only on the basis of religion. So he may have other grounds like qualification, like other things like technical education and all, but not only on the ground of religion. So these things are related to Article 25 to 28, because here under Article 25, 26, 27, 28 we talk about freedom of religion, and under Article 15 Clause 1, Article 15 Clause 2 we and 16 clause 2 we talk about discrimination here, and here provision of employment on the basis of religion. So this is right to freedom of religion, which emphasizes, which guarantees a individual or a person to take any religion or to change any religion or to follow, practice or propagate their religion beliefs. So that is not the case that if you have freedom of religion, you would compel anyone to convert. So we have a case in Supreme Court. There was a case in 1977 in Kolkata that a father has appealed a petition. By petition is appealed that the process of propagation is spreading the religion. It also includes conversion of the people to their religion, that is Christianity. That case has been in Supreme Court, and Supreme Court said that here the word propagation does not mean that you could convert others forcefully on the basis of allurement or giving some money or such things. So we have a right to freedom, but that does not mean that someone is compelled to convert to other religions. Their conscience is hurting. They may not believe in that religion to which they are being forced to take. So here, forcing someone by using all those things like alluring them to good service, good future, money or any such things, no one should be compelled. So that is against one's conscience. That is, we say inner freedom. Here he is not following his heart or soul. Someone is influencing him. A person is getting influenced by such things. So he is forcefully changing his mind to take other religion. That is prohibited by our constitution. Otherwise, every person has freedom to listen to his conscience, to profess, to propagate, to practice all the religions or more than one religion also at times. When we say secularism, it does not mean we should be neutral. Anyone can practice one religion. If a person practices Hindu, it doesn't mean he is not secular. If a person practices Islam, we cannot say that he is not secular. Being religious is not against secularism. Secularism here is respecting all religions equally, respecting the sentiments of all religions equally. So that is the importance of right to freedom of religion. So we just see our right to freedom of religion in a holistic manner. We have done Article 25, 26, 27, 28, and this right to freedom of religion here, what Article 25 says. So we have freedom of conscience, profession, practice and propagation. Conscience is listening to your inner voice, what your inner voice says. Like you can connect to God in any way you want, or in any creature in any way you want. So how you connect with the God, Goddess, or maybe not believing in God also. You may not have any God in your mind, but some superpower that you want to connect to. That is what religion is. So conscience is inner freedom. When I say profess, you will tell someone about what religion you are following. Practice is the practice of rituals, the practice of those doctrines and rituals what is mentioned by the religion scriptures. And propagation is when you are spreading your religion, you are making known to other people about the religion you are following. So Article 25 is your personal thing. There you personally feel that you need to profess or practice some religion. And this is a group. We can say that a religious entity, a religious organization, when it is established, will grow gradually. So you will own buildings, you will own lands, temples are there, mosques are there, churches are there. There are movable and immovable properties. So that is managed by such organization and state should not intervene in that. So you have freedom to manage religious affairs. This is also have restricted under some grounds. There the state can restrict on economic, financial and political activities of such religious organizations or religious denominations. If in any case you are getting, or any organization, any religious organization is getting funds from different parts of the world, then the state could supervise such funding, because in many cases there may be misuse of such funds. The funds could also be easily diverted for antisocial elements. The funds could also be a threat to the sovereignty and security of the state. There may be a threat to public order, to morality, to public health. So, state has all the right to intervene when such economic or financial transactions are being misused or diverted for not religious purpose. So, we have state could intervene, but that is only when there is a threat. Otherwise, state generally does not interfere. So, you have all the freedom to manage religious affairs. That is Article 26. 27 talks about taxation. No person should be compelled to pay tax in the name of religion. The state shall not levy any tax only on the base of religion, and whatever the tax or the amount collected or the expenditure, the state should spend on all religions equally, proportion to their population. So those endowments or those organizations, those denominations can collect fee. So fee is different from taxation. Fee is collected to provide service to those people who come to such denominations. So fee is to give better services for those people, for pilgrims. That is, they can spend that in expansion of their religion, to provide good facilities in terms of health, education, shelter, etc. So freedom from taxation is no one should compel one to pay the tax. And we have Article 28, which says that the state should prohibit the following of religious instructions in state funded institutions. In wholly funded institutions, that is state institutions, government colleges, government universities, government schools, there shall not be, no one should follow, that is the state, anyone should not compel to take religious instructions. But we have few categories in this. You are free to attend, or you cannot compel, you cannot made to forcefully attend to such religious instructions. If the institution is of endowment in nature, definitely they follow their own religious instructions there. Third category is if any institution is recognized by the state or partially aided by the state, then without consent that person cannot follow any instructions, or no one should compel such person to follow religious instructions. So a minor can follow such religious instructions only on the consent of their guardian. So this is what we have in right to freedom of religion. As I said, this article is directly related to the concept of secularism. So we need to be very balanced, and all the steps should be taken to give this freedom to the people, and the state shall not interfere in internal matters of religion until and unless there is a threat to public order, morality and public health.